Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and this is our class on how to get more listings in real estate with our platform. Okay. I asked a few people here on the call, do they have listings if they don't have listings? And there are different things to do if you have listings, but you don't necessarily need listings to get more listings. So before we dive into how to and all the steps, let's talk about a few of the resources that you should all be aware of. One is this page, which is leadgenwebinars.com. I'm going to send this to everybody right now. This is where you can sign up for all of our live classes. And today we're doing top tools to get more listings. So you see that right there. We also have a class on Facebook and Google ads. I will tell you this. If you're thinking about getting more listings, you need to understand what Google can do. It's a far more powerful place for getting high quality listing leads than Facebook. Get Started is for new clients, or even if you've been around for a while and you don't really know if you've had everything turned on, watch that class. And then Scott's doing an 8-part series on how to make $250,000 in real estate. And this is a really thorough course that'll help any realtor develop really broad strategic marketing platform for their business. And yes, of course, how can listings to leads help you in some of those activities? So that's a great thing there. I think I just sent that to everybody, leadgenwebinars.com, but you might not be able to make it when we do our classes because you're busy people. So every class that we do, including this call right here, right now, we record. And so what I'm sending you right now, and this should be blinking somewhere on your GoToMeeting panel, is our classes as we record them. So if you look 5 days ago, I did Get Started. If you're new to us and you are not taking advantage of everything, you want to watch that. If you want to find out about what you can do with Facebook and Google, I did that 10 days ago. And then you'll see Scott here going through his stuff. So all of our classes are being recorded, including this class, and they're going to be right here on this page. You now have that link. Okay. So this is a really useful place to have. I'm going to leave it over here. And the last great resource is our mastermind group. And if you are a client, go use the support page in your account and ask to be entered and to be brought into this group. So it's where Scott and I talk about what's going on, right? Scott saying, hey, we got the full on Chime integration. It'll be live very quickly. And then you've got people talking. It's either Scott or me, or sometimes it's our clients, right? Here's somebody saying, hey, I've got issues. And they don't quite understand things. So you can really learn what's going on here. And then in other cases, we have people just saying, hey, I run this successfully and I got these kinds of results. And I think that's always helpful to scan our group, see what's coming down the pipe from a technology standpoint, but also see what other clients, other agents like you are doing in the market. Here's Adrian here on March 3rd says, hey, I mailed out your postcards. I got 26 leads and I have one solid listing appointment for $500,000. How in the world is he doing that, right? It's pretty simple. He's using our tools. And so this just gives you ideas of what other realtors are doing right now. And I definitely recommend that you keep your eye on our mastermind group. Use the support team to get there. I want to start here with a question because we're going to talk about how do you get more listings. And I think everybody thinks there's one thing, like there's one magic tool. And we got a lot of magic tools here, guys, but it's not one tool. And you got to think of this like a business. And so there are a number of things to do to get listings and to have a real serious machine to do that. And I think an example, what I want to point out here is this question here. Somebody came in here a couple of years ago and said, who here gets 2 listings or more per month strictly from listings to leads? Right. And a lot of our clients jumped in to answer that question. And this answer here is what I want to point out. And he says, we average 2 listings from each marketed listing, all from L2L tools, Facebook ads, mailers, and open houses. Trying to get that to above 3 this year. So what his answer is, every time I market one listing, I get 2 to 3 more listings, sometimes 4 more listings because they're trying to get that average 3. I'll tell you this, Dustin Fox was a rookie right around the time of this question. He was doing $5 million a year in production. 2 years later, he was doing $20 million. that right now, and this is 2 or 3 years later than that, he's one of the top producers in an office of 600 agents. And he is using and leaning on the tool that we have. And we actually have a recorded call. You can look at Dustin Fox's name. And he told us, yeah, the reason I want to do a live call with you is that I went from 5 to 20 million in 2 years. And I did it only that 80% of my business is coming from your tools, and I do it in 2 hours every week. So that's a really serious story here. Let's see here. It does not look like it's been accepted. Deborah, you're not getting accepted. I see. Deborah, ask the support team, or guys, you can email me at vince@listings to leads and ask me to get you in there too. I can help you after the call. So anyway, my point is your listings, if used correctly, can get you more listings. That is the short story of what I was trying to show you. So let's get into it. And I think where we want to begin talking is landing pages. Okay. So at a high level, your listings can help you. Here's the listings. There's tools to help you get listings there. There are ads. We're going to walk through all this. You can get ads on Facebook and Google. There are PDF guides there are 40 PDF guides. You are branded on every page of these things. 40 for homeowners. All right. And then there's landing pages. These are the 4 things you need to do. So in these sections, there are tools for online, and there are tools for print for your neighborhoods, for geo farming. And if you've got a big CRM of a big database, there are tools for you as well. Okay. So it's going to be better for you if you have more listings in your business. Okay. We're going to talk about today many of the top ways to get listings. You want to follow along. If you do not understand what I'm saying, tell me to slow down or ask a question. When you log into your account for the very first time, you should go into landing pages. Okay. You get 3 landing pages: free home values, down payer assistance, and new construction. We're going to concentrate here on free home values. And you see this one here? This is what your default landing page looks like. And it may not look like your neighborhood. This particular agent is in Hawaii. He works over in the Honolulu area. So you want to make sure that you've got landing pages that speak to your neighborhood. But I do want to point out that this one here, that doesn't look like your area. This is just a suburban picture we bought years ago. You want to click edit. Okay. And you want to put in a picture that kind of looks like your area. This is going to be one of the key tools to help you get listings. It's used all over the place. So right here, when we click on edit, the first thing we drop you on is upload an image. Go find yourself an image that is maybe 2,000 pixels wide. Actually, I put one in here earlier. 2,000 pixels wide in a landscape format. Let's do it here and save, right? What that does is it basically changes what your thing looks like, right? And so when you're asking people for their address and their contact information, and they don't know who you are, at least show them that you are from their part of the world, that they're not signing up for a national spam campaign. Okay. So now that we've saved that, we can view it here. You probably know how this works. Type in your address, click the market analysis, and then it's going to say, we have your home value, but you got to give us your email first. That's how this home valuation page works. All right. I recommend that all of you, when you get into your account, you change this background picture so that it looks like your local market, right? That makes sense, right? So also, you're going to have a handful of towns, unless you're an agent that is only building listings in one town, then you only need one landing page. But most of you are building your business in 4 or 5 or even 10 towns, right? So you need to create this for every one of those towns. And even if it's a development, we get the home value not from Zillow's estimate, we get it from Onboard Infometrics. So we give you a range of that. What would motivate them to give that's good. So Janice is asking, do we have a home value better? We don't even use Zillow's estimate. So, There's that. What would motivate them to get this info here rather than from Zillow? I'm going to show you that in a couple of minutes here, Janice. So just hang tight there. So let me show you this. Create a landing page. Okay. You want to create property valuation plus landing page. That's what we call these, right? And you type in the name of your town, right? Whatever the name of your town is, you type in right there and you click create landing page. And that's going to create a landing page like this. Now, to Janice's question there of what would motivate me, let me just tell you, this is not very motivating. We bought this picture here of a laptop and a coffee cup because we figure everybody in the country or in the world has a coffee cup and a laptop, right? And a pen over there. But it doesn't mean that they know they're that comfortable with you, right? It's not quite working. Again, if you're creating a custom landing page for home values, I want you to edit it and I want you to get a picture of what is important, what makes sense in your area. I'm going to put the same picture because it's still Hawaii. And I don't know if haiku, but it literally looks just like that. So we put that in there, we save it, good to go, right? You can now use this. So after you've created the landing page, there are a couple of tools that are going to help you right here. Click on advanced options and go to print marketing right here. And right here are 3 letters. Okay. So now we're going to get to why would people be motivated? And you can edit these letters, and you definitely should edit them because I'm going to show you what the letter is right now. And I want to point out when we're thinking about how to capture listing leads, I mentioned earlier, you can get them on social media and get them on ads. You can get them through your CRM and you can get them in print. What you should know is that one of the easiest ways to capture leads is on social media, right? But if you want that lead to turn into business, meaning signing a listing contract for you to sell the home, the highest quality leads come from pieces of paper like this. Okay. So there's a challenge, right? How do I get this into the market? How do I mail it? Blah, 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 right? Let me just explain what this letter is. I don't know if you can see it. I can tell you this. There are no algorithms or artificial intelligence in this. This is straight up, hey, this is what sold in your neighborhood last month, right? So go get that from your MLS. Go get that from a local real estate article. Edit that, right? And it says, this has affected your home value. Go here to get your free home value, right? So you've got this letter that's saying this is what's going on in your market. It is not Zillow, right? It's just you're mailing it to people or you're door knocking it, right? And when you're doing that, and this is a very important part, you want to buy lists. You want to go out and get a list, not from listings to leads, but from somebody else like RedX or Remind, I think HomeSnap. Some of your MLSs do this. They actually give you the list of homeowners in a particular town. I think Remind will even grade them. They'll say these people have 5 years equity or they have 10 years equity. And you can make that kind of call. And yeah, that might be better. I think if you're going to be in the business for a long time, you want to have a list of all the homeowners. And I wouldn't worry about the grading of what companies are thinking is more likely to sell or whatever. Just get a list of all homeowners and keep mailing to them and keep running ads in front of them. Okay. So you can buy a list with name, phone number, address, and email address, get it. All right. And I'll show you where you're going to use it. But this letter and letters like these, I got 2, are really like what you want to get in your market at least once a month. Yes, Tracy, I said it at the beginning. This is going to be recorded and it's going to be on this channel. So I'm assuming you got here late. So I'm just going to send this link to everybody right here. And what is the link you have on the postcard? Good question. Janice got there. So over here is the letter. There's also a postcard. And we can say, okay, this is a one-sided postcard. And I want to tell you this. Let's see here. Lord, why is it taking me right there? Oh, I'm gonna, everybody is excited about QR codes. Okay. And frankly, that's all this has here. And I am not excited about that. And I'm actually going to get that changed. Yeah, I think we need to change that for dang sure. Let's go look at the front side. I can tell you this. You probably know this yourself. Since COVID, Americans are more comfortable with QR codes. They actually know how their phone works and does that. Let me tell you this, though. If you type in the address on your computer, you're more likely to get to this. You're more likely to go through the form than if you scan it on a phone. Okay. So we're doing it because everybody's excited about it. But I can just tell you from the conversations I'm having with people, they're telling me they're getting scans, but they're not telling me, yeah, I'm getting people scanning. And then I am getting people to go through that form. So if they take this piece of paper into their house and they type in that web address, you're more likely going to get the lead. This is very important, guys. I need to talk to my team about this because we should be analyzing it. And I don't think we are, but I talk to a lot of agents and they are testing this and they're saying, oh, yeah, this scanning is working. And it's not, this scanning is working, but they're getting to the landing page and not filling it out. My point is, and the door hangers have the same sort of thing. You want to get the URL. Okay. You want the web address, even though what you want is you want this activity to happen on a desktop. Okay. Right here, they got two options. If it were me, I would be taking this off. I would be, and I'm going to be talking to Scott and the rest of the team later this week or next week, because I know from just talking to people, and you may find this out yourself, that yeah, people are scanning, but they're not filling it out. And to me, like I have 20/20 vision and I wear readers. Okay. The average homeowner is not 21 years old. They got to fill out a form on their phone and they may not be too comfortable doing that. They're far more comfortable doing it on a computer. All right. So you just want to keep that in mind. That's what these have. You want to drive them to this, and that's it. So let's see here. This training will not be emailed to you. It's going to be sitting on the YouTube channel. So let's see here. This link to your landing page is different for each person that we send it to, or is it generic link? It's your generic link. It's unique to you, Janice. So whoever fills it out, it's coming to you, right? That lead is going to you. So we don't have a unique link for all 10,000 people that live in your neighborhood. All right. So first of all, create your landing page, use the letter. I think the letter is super smart. I just make sure you have a URL in there. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying when I'm saying that? Make sure that that the tool that you're using does not just have a QR code. Now I click the edit button and you can change the language right here. If it were me, I would take out this QR code, just so you know. And I would test it and I would say, because what you should be doing is mailing 100 or 200 of these every month, minimally. Some of our clients, and I'm going to show you the other letter that they're using, they are creating they're doing twice per listing. So this, you don't need any listings for. You just need to create a landing page. Okay. Now, and now you see, oh, we've got print tools in the back in advanced options, right? So if we go to listings, the number one tool for getting listing leads that turn into contracts is a similar looking piece of paper called the nearby homeowner letter. So all you need is a listing. And somebody was here, or no, I was talking to somebody on the phone today and he was like, yeah, I have a sold listing. It's not in there. Get it in there and get this nearby homeowner letter, right? And what it says is it's just download it and look at it, right? Now, I'm going to point this out so that we understand. There is here, you can use text if you're using our text service, which these guys are. But when you're trying to get buyers are easier to use. If you're getting a buyer, yeah, you can scan it. It's easier to scan and get a buyer lead on a mobile phone than a seller lead. But really what we're after, this home is for sale. Your home could be open house. Your home could be coming soon. It could be pending or it could be sold. Many of our clients, including that guy, Dustin Fox, who I was talking about on Facebook, he mails out this letter twice per listing, like just listed, just sold. Both cases, it's going to say that affected your home value. Go here to go get your free home value. So let's just walk through this one more time, guys. What I'm asking you to do, I'm asking you to buy a list of homeowners in your community. And either when you sell a home in that community, or if you borrow a listing in that community, you mail this letter to that list at least once a month, right? And a lot of our clients do this more often, okay? So you're buying a list of people who own a home in that area, and that's who you're mailing to. And imagine what's going to happen. They might ignore your mail, right, for a month or two, but maybe they'll open it one day and they'll go, oh, what's this? Oh, somebody's selling, this home is for sale. It's in my neighborhood. That's going to affect my home value. Who is going to take that to their own computer and type in that address and go here and type in their address and then get their home value? And they're going to have to type in their email address to get their home value. It's only people who are seriously thinking about this. Okay. Now, I want to point out over here in the mastermind group, what's this guy's name? Chris. Chris came in the group. He's in Texas, right? And he says, I got 5 listings in 3 months from one tool, the letter I'm showing you. And I'm going to just show you what he's doing here. And this is the very best, simplest recipe. I send out letters every other week to neighbors who have owned their homes for 5 years or more. That makes sense, right? People with equity in my neighborhood. Once they opt in on the home value, I hit them up every week. Phone calls, bomb, letters via mail, and letters left at the door. That's a really simple recipe of how you convert and how do you get these leads. It starts with a list, and it starts with every other week you're mailing to them. This guy got 5 listings in 3 months. He had moved from out of state. He had no name recognition, and he did this, right? Fast forward 2 years later, he not only becomes the top listing agent at his office, he starts his own office. And the very first things he does is he creates a video on here is what I do to customize listings to leads tools so that I get more listings. If you want more listings, go find out what Chris is talking about. He's on YouTube and he's right here in the mastermind group. Okay. Can you use listings that you sold as a buyer's agent? Yes, Nadia. If that is okay with your MLS, it's certainly okay with us. And a lot of agents do that. If they've helped somebody buy a home, they know it's sold. So they'll go into their listing section and they'll manually add it right here. It's not too hard. It's just 10 fields of address and bedrooms and stuff. So you just add it and you put a couple photos in there and you now have the tool. So on market listing, whether you borrowed it or not, the number one tool is in your right homeowner. There is an e-flyer for your database here. You should be using this like once a week in your database, meaning if you have hundreds or thousands of leads in your CRM, copy this here, it says copy, and it's going to say, oh, I got a home for sale right here. You click on that picture, you click over here, you're going to land on a page and become a lead. When that home is sold, that's going to affect your home value. So the same flyer is always going to be offering to get your free home value. And you know what happens when they go there, right? And then right here, there's this straight up call to action. Again, everything is driving to that. So you want to get these out like once every week or two in your CRM. If you've got more than 200 or 300 leads, if you got 1,000, you definitely want to be doing that. All right. Now, if you have an open house, we're going to mail you a letter that is, hey, we've got an open house. Go check it out. Get your free home value. That's what Dustin Fox is doing as well. Here, we have just normal door hangers, right? Door hangers here and postcards. And these have to do with the listing. So I'm going to just download this here and I'm going to do the backside. The front side might say, I got something just listed, or I have an open house, or just sold. But the back is always going to say that affects your home value. So you might have your own postcards from your company, and they're usually branded well and they look good and your pick is good. But the call to action is to call you, right? And I don't know about you guys, but and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but people just don't want to be calling realtors all the time. It's after they've done a lot of research, and this is helping them find out what they want to know. You don't even have to talk to Ben. You can just type this on your computer and go find out what your home value is. That's how that works. And that's really what listings to leads is about. Yes, we have your phone number. No, we don't think your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. We think, and I'm pretty sure people want to research for weeks and months before they pull the trigger on buying or selling a home. Our platform is designed to capture leads during that time. So we've also got, if you're a blogger, yeah, there's blog tools too. But when we're trying to get seller leads, we definitely want to use these tools, right? Now, I want to point out something else, and this is a little bit of the harder one to use. And that is that we email this to you, and it's a tool that many people ignore, basically. They don't know what the heck we're talking about. It is designed for your homeowner. It's not designed for you, okay? We have all kinds of tools for you. This tool we email to you and we say, hey, send this to your client, right? And call them for 5 seconds and say, I know you get 100 emails every day, so do I, but I just sent you one. Would you copy it and put it on your wall? And so here, this might be confusing, but imagine that I am the homeowner and Ben called me and said, hey, I just sent you something. Would you put this on your wall? We want to get top dollar. Maybe one of your friends wants to buy this or they can share it, whatever, right? Great. If somebody clicks on that, it's taking them to a single property website that we automatically created for you. By the way, if you scroll down this single property website, there's going to be, what is your home worth? You recognize that landing page, right? You recognize that picture. You go all the way to the bottom, what is your home worth, right? But then this comes up, right? So we're going to capture a lead, not from a random internet person 15 miles in radius of you, but this lead is going to come from the friends and family and colleagues of your current clients. These might be better leads for you than just a random person. What's really important, let's jump out of this account. I'm going to jump into another one, is when the home is sold, it's definitely like you want to be using that letter I'm showing you early so that you can use it later. And let me explain to you what that means. So what I just showed you was a post on a home that is for sale. And that might not make any sense to you. Like, why is he talking about this if I'm trying to get listings? The reason why I'm talking about that is that you want to get more and more leads from your client's sphere of influence. Like catching leads on the internet randomly is very cool. Our clients get really excited. We're good at it. You'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I got so many leads. But you don't make money until you convert the lead. Okay. And that means you don't make money until they are talking to you and signing a contract with you. And yes, it's easy to get leads from Facebook. Is it easy to get them into an office and sign a contract with you? No, it just isn't. It's an internet lead. Okay. And how good you are at converting is a big factor. So what about if I say, hey, let's take this seller social media that we're creating for you automatically and emailing it to you, and you take that and you put it out, you email it to your client and you call them for 5 seconds. And now it looks like this, right? We have one that says, hey, it's for sale. And then we just listed it. And then maybe in a week, hey, my realtor is having an open house. So you can check it out and become a lead there. And then later on, maybe it's pending, but definitely when it's sold. Now I moved too fast, so the photograph didn't get pulled in, but it says our home sold. And we want to recommend you at your office for doing an excellent job. Here's your phone number and email in front of everybody. Okay. This is not a paid ad that expires in 7 days. This is a post that your client is putting on their wall, which will probably live there forever. A lot of our clients are surprised that they're getting listing leads and they have no ads running, right? They're like, how am I getting listing leads? And it's because they've got this thing sitting out there. And had I waited a second, it would have shown you that it was going to take you here. And then this will, at some point, because the home is sold, it's going to ask you, hey, that affected your home value. Get your free home value. So you want to use the seller social media tool. That's really my point. Okay. So we've talked about landing pages, how to create them. We've talked about how to use your listings. Let's talk about PDF guides. Okay. Now we have 80 PDF guides, but 40 are for homeowners, for sellers. So you can look at these. If you want, you can download it. I think right here, you can download it and you can door knock with it, right? A guy who was saying, yeah, I capture leads and I do door knocking. He's probably door knocking these things. He's downloading them. He's not door knocking. I'm sorry. He's following up with his leads and he's probably just downloading them. They're branded to him on every page. And what I'm talking about, in case you forgot, is you remember I was talking about Chris, who says every time I capture a lead, then I hit him up every week. I give him phone calls. I give him bomb. We're not talking about hundreds of leads. If you do a mailing of 100 or 200 pieces, you might get 5 or 10 leads. But those leads, you need something to get them to have a conversation with you. So the lead behinds he's putting are here, right? So you've got all kinds of topics. There are 40 here, right? So let's just talk about 5 dangers of overpricing. You have the ability to run an ad on Facebook. You can share this as a social media post. We have an e-flyer for your database. So again, if you've got hundreds or thousands of leads in your CRM, copy that there. We've got a landing page here, and we even have postcards and door hangers. So if I click on landing page, let's just have an idea. This is a landing page that says, give me your contact info and download this free guide. Your picture will be up here, right? This little video we created. But it's very simple. We got a landing page to help people download the report. How can you get that in front of people? Okay. Let's go over here to ads to figure it out. So now what I was showing you here on this page is you've got postcards and mailers to get people on these things, right? What you want to be thinking of, guys, if I'm sure your head is spinning at this moment. You want a lot of tools consistently in front of your market to get listings. Right? That's what you want. You want more listings. You need to be in front of them in social media. You need to be in front of them in print. And if you ever capture them as a lead and you've got their email, you want to be in front of them there. And that's what I'm showing you. All right. I know I jump around a lot, but that's really what the bottom line is here. So yes, we have Facebook, we have Google. Google software is a $30 add-on. If you want more listings, you're going to need to sign up for that. I'll show you why in a moment. So we were talking about the PDF guide right here. I can say, oh, I want to do divorce and real estate. Okay. I asked this question last week. The average length of a homeowner in the United States, meaning how many years on average does somebody own a home, is 7 years. Do you know how long the average marriage is in the United States? It's 5 years. So people may not be talking about this, but you know what? Divorce is happening and it's related to real estate. It just is. So if you think that there might be a divorce in your area, just type in the town that you're working in. Nadia, I don't know how much success people are having with these. It's really, I am not hearing about this particular, I am not really hearing feedback on any particular PDF report. I am hearing that people are capturing leads. I do want to caution you though, okay? And this gets into Facebook ads. When we run this ad, it doesn't matter which report we're using. It's a $50 budget. That's the maximum you can spend. It's a 7-day ad. For a long time, I've seen and so you may not know this about Facebook, but both Facebook and Google have what is called pay-per-click advertising, okay? So every time somebody clicks on the ad, and gives you their contact information, that is a lead, and you get charged for that lead, okay? Pay per click. It's not always the same. Okay. So you could be doing the same exact kind of ad and they charge you different things. I don't know why. For instance, just for instance, and we're on a bit of a rabbit hole here on lead costs on Facebook. On average, buyer leads cost $3 per lead. So if you're running a $50 ad, you can divide it by 3, you figure out how many leads you're going to get. If you're running a $35 ad and you're getting charged $3, you can figure you're going to get 11 or 12 leads, right? But buyer leads are more, seller leads are more expensive. Okay. And that's what this is. This is a seller lead and it is a PDF guide. And these leads have often cost $10 to $12. But what I have seen a couple times in the past few months is Facebook charging $30. And I don't like seeing that. It feels like an error to me. It feels like a ripoff, frankly. And I don't get it and I don't like it. So I want you to be careful when you're using this on Facebook and watch your lead costs. I've seen even a lead cost $50. So one lead for my $50 ad. I don't like that. I think that's really Facebook just, I don't know. I don't know if it's nefarious. I just think it's not right, especially because I've seen so many leads come in at $10 a lead. So that's running an ad on Facebook. That's how you do it. Okay. You can also run an ad on Facebook. We're getting confused here, but we were talking about the PDF guides. You can also do it on Google. Okay. So let's just follow the same steps and say, okay, let's just do a home maintenance checklist. You can use any one you want. But here we got to type in the name of the town that we want to be targeting, right? And that's really all you're doing. I recommend, first of all, my guess is the majority of you have not run an ad on Google. So we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. But you want to write this down. You want to remember to change your daily budget to $20 and you want to run your ad for like maximum, I don't know, 5 days, right? Not 1 month. We're doing it a month. I just think that's totally crazy. But I'm just going to do it for 5 days, right? And that means I'd spend maximum $100. Okay. Now it says view link here. We can click this and we'll notice that we're being driven to a landing page to get their information. So what is it that we're talking about here? Let me explain to you. I have been training on Facebook advertising since Facebook developed an advertising platform. Okay. We've been here longer than Facebook has had that. And so right away, as soon as we saw it, we were like, hey guys, you got to use this. It's great. Here's the thing. Facebook has been really successful. And here's why. You can scroll through here. You can see what your friends are doing. You can see what they're eating. You can see your grandkids. You can see whatever fun stuff your friends are doing. That's what is so enticing and addicting, right? It's like American adults, not teenagers, but American adults who are essentially your target market, spend 40 minutes every day scrolling through this, looking at this news feed that we're doing right here. So when you're running an ad, it just boom, right in front of them. Is it related to them? Hey, I got an open house. Hey, would you like your home value? Hey, would you like to talk about real estate and divorce? It's all there. It's just part of this stream, right? So that's why Facebook works. It is the number 3 website in the country. But let me tell you something. When somebody has a question like, where's the best place to get a steak in Manhattan? Or what's the best car to buy? Or where can I buy a new mattress? Or how can I sell my home? They do not ask that question on Facebook. They ask that question on Google. 86% of all searches on the internet happen on this page. Okay. And that's why you need to have this to be part of your strategy, especially when it comes to getting more listings. Okay. Because people are not going to Facebook and saying, hey, how can I sell my home? On a daily basis, a lot of people are coming to Google and asking this. And you can say, hey, I want to have everybody that's in my location. And when they type in any of these words, now I'm going to click on advanced options. You don't need to, but we put all the relevant keywords so that you don't have to go create, like you have no idea how complicated it is to create an ad on Google. It's ugly. It is really not a fun project. It's very easy with our system. It's 2 clicks. It's what listing page, what PDF guide do you want to run an ad on? What landing page do you want to run an ad on? Choose it, change it to $20, change it to 1 week and click publish. That is it. And now you're on the #1 website. And if you're going to have a business and you want more listings in that business, this has got to be part of your business. So take your time, go look on YouTube, go learn about YouTube. But what I am showing you, or go learn about Google, what I'm showing you, it's you have to do this if you want more business, if you want more listings. It's not the only thing you got to do, but it better be part of your business if you want more listings, right? You could send people to this page, right? You can literally say, hey, I want to do that, right? And so let's go do that. Let's just go over here. Now I'm in a different account, but I would definitely recommend creating landing page ads on what is your home worth. I recommend it more than Facebook. Okay. So I'm going to explain to you why. This is for Raleigh. These guys are in the Carolinas. So we've got a landing page for Raleigh. I would change that budget to 20, right? And I would change this to be a week-long ad, 5 days, just fine. Now we click here, it says view link. Where are we sending this traffic to? We're sending them right here. So you can create your own home valuation landing pages and you can drive people to them, right? You can customize them. You see here, I got a YouTube video. You can do that kind of thing. So again, now that we're driving it to Google, all people are, it's a major trending search on Google right now is how do I sell my home, right? It is not a big search. It is not even a search on Facebook, like how do I sell my home? It's just, that's not what these people are doing on Facebook. So please remember that. As just so you know, our Google software costs $30 a month. Okay. So it's an add-on. Our platform costs $60 a month. If you want to use this to make it easy, go ahead. You don't need to use our software. You can literally go to Google and do it yourself. And good luck on that because it is really hideous. We make it incredibly simple. But Google is the #1 web search, the #1 website in the entire world, including the United States. 86% of all searches begin there. If you're going to be in real estate, you want listings, you probably want to figure out how you can take advantage of it. And that would be with landing pages for home valuation or any of our 40 PDF guidance. I'm going to jump over to Facebook real quick and talk about landing page ads. So we got that same thing for Raleigh. Let's create an ad there. And right here, all we got to do is type in Raleigh. Okay. It looks almost like Google, right? This, however, for many of you will not work. You're more comfortable with it because you've done it before. But let me explain to you why this will not work. Now, it may work there, but this radius is 15-mile radius. And that's really the problem for most people. Let me show you. Let's just go look. I don't think I've ever even been to Raleigh, North Carolina. But the thing about Raleigh, or the thing about that 15-mile radius, is often it's overshooting, right? So this is Raleigh here. And we're saying do a 15-mile radius. Now, it might be 15 miles across. I really don't know. Let me zoom in a little bit. So that's 2 miles. So 2, 4. So what it's saying, that's the center of Raleigh. Let's just say that's the center of Raleigh right there by Costco. And this is about a 5-mile radius, right? 5 miles that way is the end of Raleigh. 5 miles that way is the end of Raleigh. But your Raleigh ad on Facebook is going to go 15 miles. And that is one of the first reasons why that can be a problem of you getting high quality listing leads. Let me just be really clear. This often does not work for agents. They just waste their $50 in 7 days. It just doesn't work very well. Okay. So let me show you something over here. I mentioned this earlier. I've sent this link to you a few times. This is our YouTube channel. And if you go back, this is February. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's March. If you go back about 7 or 8 months, you will see that I talk about, oh, here's one, 5 months ago, custom audiences and how to target homeowners. That is a very important call. I mean, I'm going to tell you why in just a second. If I go back another time, 8 months ago, new strategy to get high quality listings from Facebook. I'm going to open one of these up and I'm going to send it to you guys right now. If you want more listings, you might want to do this. What it's basically, and remember how when we talked at the beginning or when I spoke, I'm sending this video to everyone. And so I recommend that you grab it and you hold it and you look at it. I'm going to explain to you what it's going to tell you. Remember how earlier I was saying, hey, go buy a list from RedX or Remind and do your mailing to that group. You should also create an audience, create a custom audience and title it, in this case, Raleigh Homeowners, right? Or title it whatever the name of your town is, but you buy that list from a company and you upload it. That list has to be 1,000 leads long. It says it right here. This right here tells you what the spreadsheet should look like. It should literally have those titles on the columns and you put it there. We don't need the physical address on Facebook. But I want you to think about this, what we've been describing. You're capturing leads. You can copy and paste flyers. You can put them out there. You're mailing postcards or door hangers. Maybe you're mailing letters on a frequent basis, a consistent basis. And now you're running ads in front of those same people when they go on Facebook. And if they're not on Facebook, they're probably over on Google every once in a while. This is a really serious machine to help you get listings. You understand what I'm saying? This is a full strategy. It's really going to be more difficult to get better than that. You have a lot of print content. You have a lot of content for online lead capture. You have landing pages, and you have multiple ways of getting in front of your market. Are there any questions about what I'm talking about? I do see some questions here I'm going to answer right now. So I had a call with Meta Pro, and if you run an ad in your Facebook as video using a custom, wow, Doug, really? That's awesome. So what Doug is saying, that's awesome. That's really great news, Doug. I'm going to have to ask my team about that. Let me show you what Doug is saying. Let's say we want to do a landing page ad, and because we want to get more listings in Raleigh. And I just told you, this kind of sucks because you can't do a 5-mile radius. You can't really target Raleigh. Well, what he is saying, and I'm going to type in Raleigh here, and I've already told you, like, you can't get tighter than 15 miles. So what Doug is saying is, if you change this, you see this thing here that says change image. If you go here and you upload a video, and you can upload a video, you could literally take out your smartphone and say, hey, you know what? This is what's going on. Here's how many homes sold and blah, blah, blah. I love it. I've been working here for 20 years. All that. I say, click here to download to find out what your home is worth. What he is saying is Facebook, if you do video, will allow you to tighten that radius to 5 miles. That, frankly, is awesome. If that is true, Doug, if you do that, please let us know in the mastermind group. I totally want to hear. That's frankly a game changer. That is a real serious. And I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna actually ask out the mastermind group and say, hey, has anybody heard this? Because then if you have a 5-mile radius, this will work really well. Okay. When you do create an audience, it looks like just their emails. How are they reached on Facebook? When you're doing when you're doing a custom audience in here, what we're doing is you're uploading a spreadsheet. It lives in your Facebook account. So even if you cancel working with us, it's still going to be in your ad manager on Facebook. And you can call it whatever you want, right? Las Vegas homeowners, New Orleans homeowners, whatever it is. You probably want 4 or 5 of these things and for different towns, right? And so what you're doing is you create it right here and you do it whatever. And then you say, okay, I'm going to run an ad on my sold property, right? Because when I run an ad on a sold property, let's just wait here. Have a second. It's telling you it affects your home value, right? That's why you need to run an ad on a sold property. So this is saying this is Winston-Salem. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, right there. So here's the thing. Now it's a 15-mile radius. I think actually you don't need to worry about the radius when you're doing a sold property. It's just saying, I can sell a property and this is going to affect your home value. So I would do that. Let's see here. But when you see where it says retarget current leads, that's what the custom audience thing is. So I'm going to say other, and I'm going to type in L2L seller audience. So when we get seller leads, when you create custom audience in our system, turn on the custom audience terms, turn on retargeting. What it does is it says, use this spreadsheet, use this list of people. And so when you're running the ad, it's running the ad. If those people are on Facebook, they're going to see this ad. That, Holly, is the long answer to what's going on. We're not emailing them out of Facebook. It's basically saying that list of homeowners or my list of old clients, you can target them. If they're on Facebook, they're going to see it. That's why I'm telling everybody, go buy a list of homeowners from Remind or from Redx and use it to mail consistently pieces of postcards or letters, and use the same list to email in front of them, because they're going to go, whoa, I've seen that person. Yeah, I want my home value. You're building a very serious marketing platform, right? You're using social media, you're using print, and you're using CRM, and you're using Google, the #1 website in the country. So Doug's given us some more information. Dave, your question, I did already answer it. I don't have any idea which ones are outperforming others in the PDS. Also, if you're running a video view ad, you can retarget them if they watch the video for 15 seconds. Okay. Now, I don't know how you do that, but what he is saying is, if you run a video ad and people watch it for more than 15 seconds, you can retarget them for 30 days. A percentage you can retarget for days. Yeah. 365 days. Okay. Yeah, that's great. And that's different, Doug, just so you know, and I'm reading this question here. So what Doug is saying is, if you run a video ad and people are watching it for an X amount of time, sorry, I just got confused there and distracted. If you're running in a video ad and people watch it for 15 seconds, Facebook allows you to retarget those people. I don't know how they do that. When I'm talking about retargeting, it's because we're uploading a list, or we're creating a list for you, and so we're retargeting our list. This is a slightly different thing. Should we do professional video or should we do a selfie video? No, I see a lot of people doing selfie videos. And I want to tell you this, guys. You may not know this, but on every listing, I'm going to click on listings right now. And I jumped over it, but you definitely want to run ads on sold properties and listings that are under contract. Okay. This home here, you may not know this, but when you click market listing, there's a short form video script right here. Okay. And you can download it. Okay. And download it and add a little bit of market stuff. You know what? I just sold this, and you can read this piece of paper. You can download this piece of paper. These little apps right here called teleprompter. Once you create the video, it's like, boom, it'll shoot it out to all, like TikTok and Twitter and whatever you want it to shoot out. So that app can be cool for you, right? But you should download this. It's a piece of paper. Read it a few times so you feel comfortable. Nadia, the selfie videos are just great. If you want to get fancy, you can get like this little handheld thing. Frankly, I don't care about that. Start just by holding your phone and walking and maybe in front of the house. So maybe just walk in a couple of houses there and saying, this is what we did. And by the way, this is what's happening in the neighborhood. That now means 30 homes are sold in this area. And the average is here. Give a little bit of a market snapshot. Make that video last 30 seconds if you can, or even a minute, and then use that. So when you're going to run this out on Facebook for your sold home, like right here, you can upload your video. And now you're going to be able to target people in a 5-mile radius. This is great news, Doug. I really appreciate that. Any questions about what we've been talking about here? And Nadia, one more thing. One thing about professional videos, I think they can be great. You can always go to YouTube and type in drone video of your favorite town, right? And you'll probably see some enthusiasts out there making super cool videos, right? And if you email that person, they might just say, hey, could I buy a copy of that to use it in my marketing? And we've had clients tell us that they're paying $50 for a video like this, right? Just to use it in their marketing. And they snap it right in the back of this. Instead of that still image, they use it right there, right? Or maybe you use that video and you do a Facebook ad so you can target down to where it is, right? That's all just good ideas. So guys, that's been me going on for an hour. I hope this has helped you. Can I use withdrawn or cancel listings to run an ad? I don't know, Nadia. I don't know what the MLS rules are there. Okay. So that's a factor. But from our point, from a technical standpoint, you can put any listing in there, right? You can even put a listing that you sold last year. I don't know if that would offend anybody. You can do that. Technically, you can do that. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope this helps you. I want you to just, if you're here this long, I want you to really think about getting more listings and using an online strategy that includes social media, that includes Google, that uses a print strategy, that includes door hangers or postcards and includes our letters, and also a strategy that is taking advantage of your CRM. If you've been in the business for a while and you have hundreds or thousands of leads, you got to take advantage of it, right? And we've got tools for all that. So make sure and use them all, right? Have a lot of fishing poles in the water always, so that people are getting familiar with your brand. That has a lot to do with it. When you're trying to sell a home, and I'm sure you know this, there are some brands in your community that are dominating, right? They are doing more transactions. They're spending more money. And what we've described here is a way of really building your brand, right? And so definitely be thinking about that because you want to get more business this way. Let's see, what size should the videos be in the background and the home value? On this, I don't think the size, it can't be too small. I think I would probably be shooting for like 1,000 pixels wide, but I will tell you this. See how big this video is here? This is going to work for any landing page. So let me just show you, since we're all hanging out. I'm going to copy this web address right here. And I'm going to go to this landing page right here. So you really want to get your video on YouTube. I really recommend. But if you're running an ad, it's different. Let's see here. I'm going to go at tools. And we talked about uploading a video, but an image, that was the first thing we started on, remember? But I'm going to put a video right here and I'm going to save it. Now, I'm going to do this for you and let you know that I'm going to take this off because this belongs to somebody. This is my client's, but the video belongs to somebody. And my client does not have permission to use this. So you want to make sure that you have permission. And that's why you want to reach out to that video. But you see how it's looking here? This is just from grabbing a YouTube video and snapping it on the back. It's actually a good look. You might want to take a video, and when we're talking about running an ad, uploading the video. So it's running right here and you're talking. You're talking about the market. Maybe you shot that video in front of a house. So that's different. So the video, we're talking about ads here, as opposed to having a video on the back of your landing page here, it's different. I hope I'm not confusing. Nadia, high dollar listings. Nadia has a question. Any tips on how to get high dollar listings? I don't, except one thing I would recommend. You definitely want to be advertising. You want to be doing a lot of advertising that we're doing. I also recommend, I didn't mention it yet, you want to download our listing presentation. Okay. I'm sure you're all coming from great companies and you have your own listing presentation. You should have this side by side. Okay. You should have this running literally side by side. And I'm waiting for it to download. So let's just see here. There it is. This is a 27-page listing presentation. And I actually didn't go through everything that we do. I think I'm running too many things, guys. Let's see here. Yeah. But the listing presentation is great. Because I'm running all these videos and stuff, I wrote, use our listing presentation. It's super competitive. It's hard to compete against everything that Listings to Leads does. Are there any more questions, people? Thank you. I want to just thank you for joining me. This call is being recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel. Oh, where do we go to add Google ads? Okay, that's a good question, Kat. When you come here, just show you, I'll log out of this one real quickly. I'll log into mine because I think mine doesn't have it. You sign up for Google Ads on the ads page. Okay. So when you log in, when you come here the first time, I think it's wonky actually, but when you come here the first time, it's going to say connect to Facebook and connect to Google. I'm going to connect here. But at some point this will be here and it's here and you think you can run an ad. So I'm going to run a landing page ad. And now it says introducing Google Ads Premium. So connect here. So I actually think I'm paying for it, but I haven't connected my Google ad account because I don't think I actually created one. But let me look. I think I created one. Let's see here. Continue. I don't know if I have a Google. I created a Google ad account. No, there was no ad account though. So let's do it one more time. So the point is you got to sign up and then it says connect to your ad account. And I have a few. I thought I made one. Maybe it was under this name here. And continue. Yes. So now I'm connected to Google. Okay. And now when I want to run an ad, I can do it with a PDF guide and I can focus on sellers and I can say how to increase your home value. And let's see here. I think I got more questions. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome, Nadia. You're welcome. Since there are a lot of people on the call, I know you're getting ready to run. I'm going to share with you something that I think you have to really understand Google no matter what business you're in. And I'm going to tell you this and then I'll really blow your mind. How do we add Google to the listings list? I just showed you that, Kat. Oh, wait, to the listings to leads. I just showed you that, Kat. I just showed you how you connect Google. This letter here, guys, is an article, and I'm going to give it to you. And I think you should read it. And if you're watching this, look for virtuance.com and top real estate. Oh, how do you pay for it? Sorry. Let me finish this, Kat, and I'll answer that question. I'm sending this to everybody on the call. It is an article to this. And this article is actually really useful because let me show you what it says. These are the keywords that buyers are using. And just by the way, as of February 23rd, 2023, they're refreshing this list. They're going and telling these are the terms that buyers are using on Google right here. You now have it. If you want to focus on sellers, these are the terms that sellers. And this is as of February 23rd, which means this is not even 30 days old. Okay. Selling a house, cost of selling a house, how to sell a house by owner, right? Like guys, you could actually use one of our FSBO landing pages. Let me just show you this. You may not know this. So if you know that this article is telling you 4,000 people a month are typing that, how to sell by owner, you could literally go, hey, you know what? Let's just go over here to listings to leads and create a landing page for whatever town you're in, FSBO, right? So I could say Raleigh, FSBO, right? And create the landing page. And most of this is done automatically. Let's just look at it. I should have been talking about this. I completely forgot it. Let's view the page. This is what it says. Are you going to sell your home on this? Would you like some free tools? Yeah, I want these. You know what? You're going to get their contact information. Why would you do that? Because the average FSBO hands a listing to a realtor within 2 months because the process is ridiculous, right? You're a realtor. So you now know that people are using how to sell a house by owner. You could run an ad with the Google software and drive them to this page. You saw how easy it was to make, right? Type in the name of the city and click save, and there you go. So let's see here. And let me just go, I just want to go see. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to almost expect that it's not going to work the way that I want it. Now I've got a landing page for FSBOs right there. I can click create an ad, and I already know I'm going to type in Raleigh. Let's go look and see what we're doing. I'm going to change this to $20. Don't forget we're on Google, and I'm going to change this to a week-long ad, 5 days. I'm going to click on advanced options. We got all the keywords in there for you automatically. You see this ridiculousness down here? Headline. You need to create multiple headlines. You need to have multiple descriptions. If you go do this in Google, you're going to do it all by hand. If you do it in our system, we're doing it all for you automatically. Let's see here. Okay, so when you're running this ad, it's $20 a day. It's 5 days, so it's maximum $100. The first step, as you saw here just a few minutes ago, I had to connect my Google account to this. So I already have a credit card in my Google account. And when I run this $20 a day budget, it's charging my card on my Google account. Worth noting, we do not charge a percentage of your ad spend. We do charge you $30 a month to use this software. But if you're spending $100 on Google, it's all 100% of that $100 is going there. Janice is saying, suppose a PDF topic doesn't exist in your library. Can we create one ourselves? Yes. Yes. If yes, how would we landing page point to the Google Doc? Janice has a super awesome PDF guide, and she wants to run an ad. Let's do it on Facebook real quick on PDF guides. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I know my Facebook is disconnected. And let's just see if it'll work. We actually got hacked. Hey. Man, what the heck? We got hacked over here. So it was, yeah. So can we create a fully custom ad? Yes. Yeah, you're making an event. Yeah. So guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I'm going to jump out of this account real quick. We got hacked Facebook. Our whole business account got hacked, and what a nightmare that was for us. But we're just now digging our way out, and I still can't get into my Facebook account, or I can't connect it for listings to lead. So let's go over to, what was that question? Okay. Yes, Nadia. And this is a big question. You're creating an event. You want to create a custom buyer landing page. Okay. There's actually one here that you can customize. It's called down payer assistance. You can edit it if you want. An easy way. This is what it looks like right out of the box. It's automatically sitting in your account. You see the language over here, down payer assistance and all that. That's called lead form text. You could say first time home buyer class, right? Next week. And whatever you type, you save it. And yes, you can run ads on it. Okay. So the different question, let's go back. We want to create an ad for, give me a second, for a PDF guide that you have that we haven't created. Now, I know we can do this on Facebook. I don't know if we can do it on Google, but I will definitely get that added to the system. So if I go here to create a PDF guide on Facebook, there is a green box. It says upload custom. Okay. So Janice, if you've got your own super awesome PDF guide, just click here. Is it for buyers or sellers? That's going to help us tag your lead. Let's just say we're talking about sellers, right? And then you can upload that and then it will live in your account. Okay. You want to put an image that kind of helps, and then you can do that, right? Now, I will say this. Let's go back and let's try a Google ad and let's see if we can do that. PDF guide ad. I feel like it's not there. Sellers. Yeah, we need to add that. It's not there to do that on Google. It really should be there. I'll put that into our tech team. Okay, let's see. Are there other questions? Is there a way to monetize an ad using a lender's information? To monetize, what do you mean monetize an ad? To pay for it? To have the lender pay for it? No. There is not a way to have the lender pay for it unless you have them reimburse you. We don't have that kind of functionality here. Yeah. Okay. Kat, you're welcome. Put lender's info on the ad. Yeah, you could certainly do that. So anytime you're running an ad, if we do here, so Doug is saying, can I just put their information on the ad? Google is weird. This is actually what it looks like. It's different on Facebook, but you see here, it's like free guide. That is under advanced options. This is what the ad looks like here. And what it's pulling off of is description 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you could make, I think they actually rotate these things here, right? So you could say, hey, preferred lender is whoever, right? And I think that rotates through. So Nadia is asking, what is the best ad to drive people to our website? Does that mean your specific real estate website, Nadia? What's your website, Nadia? Nadia.homes.com. Nadia.homes. So that doesn't look right. Is it Nadia? Is it just Nadia.home? Yes. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Okay. So in this case, this is what I would do. And let me ask you this question, Nadia. Oh, LPT. I know these guys. Are you part of the new account? I just started working with these guys. Yes, I know these guys. Okay. Welcome, Nadia. Anyway, guys, let me ask you this about your website. This is true for anybody on this call. If I'm on your website, Nadia, if I start searching and I look at 3 or 4 or 5 properties, is your website going to ask me to register? Yes or no? Or am I just going to be able to search forever? That's an important question. Some of you have websites like Real Geeks, and no, because I removed that feature. So I would not send people to your website. And let me give you the one simple thing to know. I've been showing you landing pages and PDFs and all these ways to capture leads. Most websites will drop leads. Most real estate websites they're not good at capturing leads. But you know what they're good? They're good at just giving a bunch of information. Here's luxury living. You can just go all over this thing and then you can just get distracted, and I don't actually capture a lead. So if you don't have lead capture turned on that search, I wouldn't do it. But let's just say you did. Let's say you went in the back and you said, you know what, if somebody is searching for 5 minutes or 1 minute, right? Force them to register. Then I would do this. I would go to ads and I would definitely do this. This is a great way to get buyers. It's not the best way to get buyers. The best way to get buyers is to run ads on Facebook. But let's just walk through this exercise real quickly. You create a Google ad, and that was really your question. That's the best way to get traffic to your website is a Google ad. You want to do a custom ad, and it's definitely a nasty project. Where's your city there? Where are you again? You're in where? Florida, Sarasota, right? So here's the problem. Yeah, Sarasota. So we could grab your website right here. I probably drive them right to the property search page. We put the link there. Okay. And we type in Sarasota, Florida. And we could probably leave it as a $10 budget. And you might actually want to do that for a week or two just to test things out. But you see all that stuff I was showing you automatically, like all your descriptions and stuff. You need you need a bunch of headlines. So you need to know what you're going to write, and you need to know what your descriptions are. And you're going to need to do a little research on that because that's like custom. And so the one place to start is these are the keywords, right? We know if they're buyers. And what you're doing here, just so you know, guys, the number one search is houses for sale, right? Something like that. House for sale. So that's really, you're targeting that, right? And so you could actually type in house for sale. If you're going to do something custom, the keywords should probably come from this, right? And what you're really trying to do, let's just go do it real quickly. Now, I'm not sitting in Sarasota, so it might be different, but houses for sale. I'm in Lafayette. So somebody paying for my area this is what it looks like. You can all check out your local area. What happens if I type in houses for sale? And you'll see all your biggest competitors out there with huge budgets going for these leads, right? It says right here. So you want to make sure what's really weird is it should say sponsored, but it doesn't say sponsored. So that's odd. Oh, this is sponsored down here. So I don't even know why Zillow is way the heck up here, but the sponsored ad is down here. And that might be because that particular keyword is so heavy and dominated that you're not even there. But this one here, business real estate agent Pleasant Hill, this could be like you. And this is the wacky one. These people don't know what they're doing. They're just sending a page to their Google business page and hoping that thing is going to capture leads. Whereas for you, Nadia, you're going to go over to your cool website and force people to register after they see 10 properties. So when your ad shows up and they land on it, they're going to be looking at cool properties. They're going to go, wow, what a nice website. This is awesome. I love how it looks. And boom, then they're going to register. That's what you're doing. It's a little more complicated because it's super custom. But yes, you would drive people to your website from this page. I wouldn't do it unless you're capturing them. So are there any more questions? I appreciate everybody hanging out. It's been a long one. Have a great weekend. Keep safe out there. And if you have questions, email me at vince@listingstoleads.com. If you are a client and you're not in the mastermind group, email me and I can help you get in, or just ping our support team. I'll help you get in. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you so much.